Anyway, let's move on. Because I can't take the sadness anymore.
No, I can't either. Let's get angry. I want to be angry.
Oh, let's go through the absolute, craziness. The absolute craziness that is Highguard.
Yes. Yes, Geoff. Yes.
Yes, Geoff. Let's get into Highguard, shall we, Geoff?
I blame you, Geoff.
Yeah, Geoff. My name is Geoff. Anyway, so this is terrible. So, Highguard.
Yes.
The game that was the last announcement on the Game Awards 2025. The game that Geoff was very adamant that people were gonna love. Has been
all his fault.
Has been going through quite an interesting journey, let's say.
Yep.
I have to preface this by saying, if you remember the Game Awards that when I spoke about it, I think when we spoke about it, I don't remember if you were on. No, it was the Christmas special where we spoke about it and you weren't there.
Yeah.
I thought the game looked uninspiring, but I thought it might actually be interesting.
Yeah, it looked generic, but, a game, like, it met all the requirements to be a game.
Look, it looked like a game.
Yes.
I did also state that I might be interested in trying it out when it came out.
Right.
I'm glad I didn't.
Yes.
Because, well, let's just go through the entire timeline of this, shall we? And then we can get to what's happened this past week. So the game was announced at the Game Awards in December, where Geoff had said that he had played an early version of it and absolutely loved it. Not only had he, played it, but loved it.
Liar! He lied!
Yeah.
Betrayed me.
So it was the first reveal of the actual cinematics and the gameplay and the release date all at once, which I don't remember when it even... Oh, it came out last month, didn't it? So it came out at the end of January.
Yes, it only came out like 4 weeks ago.
I know, it's madness. Anyway, so it came out. Geoff... Goddamn Geoff. Then decided to go on Twitter to go, I'm playing, along with several other influencers.
Liars! Call them liars.
Influencers. Because I might get to that, but I want to avoid a lawsuit. Insiders or industry press. So
Lysiders.
Anyway, they got early access to the game. Obviously, as you do. They played it. Geoff decided to run his big old mouth on Twitter.
His cute little
saying,
mouth,
oh look, I'm going to post a picture of this Highguard display. It's like, oh yeah, I'm going to go and play it, And then someone turned around and went, why the hell did this get the last seat, basically, at the Game Awards? Why did it get the last trailer? Yeah. He then decided to post online. In 48 hours, you'll owe me an apology. Once it comes out. Basically talking about how in 48 hours, when it was launching, you're going to owe me an apology because you're going to love this game. Well, let's just say that when the game came out, it launched to about 100,000 people concurrently on Steam, and I think it was on other consoles as well.
It was, but
But the most prevalent way that we could check the numbers was obviously the concurrent players on Steam, which was about 100,000 players.
Yep.
There were several streams happening at the time as well, where quite a lot of the teammates, which for a 3v3 PvPvE, I think it is, isn't it?
Yes.
Most of them were dipping out as soon as it was, before a game was even finished.
Yeah.
I remember one that I was watching on TikTok, quite funny, where somebody was playing it and then someone comes on voice comms and just goes, bro, I can't finish this game. It's just too boring. Literally just was dipped out. It was like, nah, I'm out.
Yep. I relate.
So, yeah. The player base then decided to dwindle down a lot. The fact that in the game, like during the tutorial, it decided to tell you, it was like, oh, you can get these blue kinds of chests to make it better. And then you go to try and open the chest and it goes, you opened the wrong chest. Go and open a blue chest.
Yeah.
So it didn't really help itself at all.
No, it did not.
I'm getting to the crux of the issue. I just want to set this up because we have not talked anything about Highguard in any way, shape, or form until this point.
Which is funny because we have mentioned it, we just haven't talked about it. A lot of stuff been going on.
Yeah, let's have a look and see what the current player base is for Highguard.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have current numbers?
Right, Highguard. Last update 3 days ago?
Yeah.
It doesn't. Where is it? Charts. Oof. Right. So as of today, literally UTC 7 o'clock, we are currently recording this at nearly 8 p.m.
Yes.
952 players.
Oof.
Considering that it started.
Big oof.
Yeah. Let's go back to all time. 97,000 players on first day of launch on the 26th of January. By the 27th of January, that was 3 down 2/3. And then a day later, it was down to 19,000. And then it's been hovering around, had a little increase on the 31st of January, but then it went down into the thousands, and then and then what day was it where it dropped into triple figures? Where we currently sit is 1,200. Oh my god! Right now 945, but 24-hour peak 1,247.
Oh my god!
And this is in 27 days. So you can imagine the internet has been going a bit ballistic by calling it Concord 2.0.
Yeah, that was my first thought because of what happened, but yes.
And yes, probably rightly so if I'm honest.
Yeah.
So I wanted to bring this up just before I go into the actual article that we're going to cover. Geoff. Yeah, Geoff. Claimed this was a fully independent studio and an indie game by industry veterans, but solely funded as an indie title.
Yep.
So let's go into this article from GameFile. I wouldn't normally use them, but Stephen Totillo has done some good work in the past.
I was gonna say yeah.
It's not a site that I knew about before this point, but this was doing the rounds. I'm not even going to read the headline because I'm just going to dive straight into it. Chinese gaming giant Tencent was the undisclosed lead financial backer of Wildlight Entertainment, the studio behind 2026 most tumultuous game launch. Sources familiar with the matter tell GameFile.
Yep.
Anyway, neither the company has previously disclosed the financial relationship, and reps for both did not provide a comment by press time. Right, so I have to do a goddamn free trial of this if I want to carry on reading the article.
Oh,
fantastic!
I hate that. Yeah.
Oh, for God's, hang on, let me see if I can find it.
I ran into that so much this weekend for some reason. It's like, really, guys?
Yeah, bloody
so
annoying.
Glad I got out of journalism.
Oh god, I hate this crap. It's so annoying. Just let me find the goddamn thing without actually having to pay for it. Anyway, but yeah, so Wildlight's funding has been one of several mysteries swirling around the studio, and its debut game, a free-to-play first-person shooter, is Highguard. So basically, what they were saying, and I can just summarise the article because obviously I've done far too much research into this.
Yes.
Basically, a shell company, and I don't remember what the name of the shell company was, or a subsidiary of Tencent, invested into Wildlight Studios. They didn't disclose that they were actually part of Tencent,
Yeah.
But obviously, Stephen Totilo and people at GameFile have done a little bit of digging, which doesn't take very long to then figure that out. To then find that obviously massive Chinese conglomerate, not going to say we have any problems as such, because people, there are various other studios within the industry that are funded fully by Tencent. Riot Games, there are I can't remember somebody. I'll get into that in a minute.
I can't either.
I'll Google it in a second and tell you some of the ones. But they're never, it's not a bad thing, let's say. But actually, if they actually disclose the fact that they're a financial backer of it. But this one, Geoff did not disclose, or wasn't actively aware of it, that Tencent were a mega backer of this one. But it's also then brought into light a few questionable things that Geoff might have been doing on the Game Awards the last couple of years. Some of which I brought up, by the way, and you were like, Geoff.
That cute little tweak would never do those things.
Including that weird segment about the guy who helps to get people out of work positions into jobs, who turned out that he was actually, working for Tencent.
Yeah.
Several people on the board of the Game Awards are from Tencent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big old lion shill, Geoff Shealy, has struck again.
You can call him that now. I didn't know he was shilling for Tencent.
You had no faith in me. You kept turning round and going,
Look,
he's just a little twig. He wouldn't do things
I'm a sucker for a pretty face.
I know you are, but look what the Dorito Pope did to you again. Never forget the Dorito shilling Pope.
Me. He betrayed me. I was rooting for him, and he betrayed me.
Unbelievable.
You should just call this episode "Pete Was Right" again.
No, I am not going to do it. I am not doing that. Right. Let's have a look at this. So every game company that have been invested by Tencent. I know Riot was one of them, obviously. Riot Games, 100%. Epic Games, 40%. Larian Studios, 30%. From Software, 16%. Krafton, 13.9%. Ubisoft, a lot more than that now, but it was 11% in 2024, but that's now
okay, I was
more
going to
so
say, yeah.
Activision Blizzard, 5%. Grinding Gear Games, 80%. They're basically fully owned by Tencent at this point, but they're allowed to remain basically independent. Remedy, 14%. Inflection Games, 100%. Supercell, 84.3%. Digital Extremes, 100%.
Oof.
Yeah, Paradox Interactive, 10%. Funcom.
Right.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Discord
is cooked anyway, but...
Oh, we'll get to that later.
Yeah,
we won't. We'll talk about that another time.
Yeah. Go back to TeamSpeak.
I think we might have to. Anyway. But yeah, anyway. So the crux of this is obviously that, Tencent are backing them. It wasn't disclosed.
Yep.
Geoff may have taken a bag or been told.
Geoff.
Or been told by them.
He would know.
That he needs to shill for this. And was that apology due? Absolutely not. Did he get trolled to high hell on social media? Absolutely yes. Did he deserve it? Oh, absolutely did he.
Yes, he did.
Geoff Shealy strikes again. Now, nobody is going to believe his crap, because even certain people within the industry have started to turn on him. I remember seeing the Skill Up video about his This Week in Video Games, where even he turned around and basically mentioned this story.
Man.
And he is quite known for being shill up.
Between Xbox, Microsoft, and Geoff, my life is just turning upside down.
Yeah, I could have made a Fresh Prince joke there, but I wasn't going to.
I know. I was leaving it open.
I know you were, but still.
That's what she said.
Yep, so this was quite the interesting one. This would be a segue. I'm not covering the Xbox news just yet. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, because Nana's speaking of Xbox.
I see that, yeah.
I know, but what the hell? This one blew up a couple of days ago, and it was something else. And I was like, I finally feel vindicated about the Dorito Pope.
Oh
the Mountain
gosh.
Dew Dorito Pope idiot. I don't usually do this sort of thing, and I kind of do, but I don't make it as actively known as most other people. I don't think I'm watching the Game Awards this year. I'm probably am going to refuse to do so. I'm probably not even going to touch Summer Games Fest either. I will not. I can't do it anymore. The shows are terrible anyway.
What is happening to our industry?
It's been no.
Here's the thing. So Pete and I have been doing this for 5 years, going on 6.
No, it's 6 years now.
It
was started in 2019. We're going on 7.
Wow! Holy crap!
It'll be 7 years in October.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. But we've been doing this for that long.
Far too long.
But that means that we've seen the industry go through some changes.
We've seen some things, man.
We've seen some things. But, like, the first 2 or 3 years, and this is even when we had Kieran with us and everything, the excitement between, me and Pete, and then eventually me, Pete, and Kieran, was literally palpable when, like, E3 was there, Christmas for gamers. And then
Summer Games Fest to some degree.
To some degree, but like all the showcases, we would co-host those. We would put those on. We would react. We'd live react, and it was just so exciting. It was just exciting. And then some games were hit, some games were missed. Waiting for that Halo Infinite trailer to drop, Pete. Remember how excited?
Yep, I do.
I was. And I loved the first trailer. I did, and then, of course, we went through Starfield and all that kind of stuff. And
the emotional gambit that was Starfield.
Yeah. But now, within the last, I'd say 2 years, you can even go back in our archives and see. We just stopped live reacting to stuff. We've stopped co-streaming stuff.
Yep.
Because the quality is just piss poor. It's just why? What's there to look forward to?
It is. And also you're more focused on your own channel. I said it.
Well,
I'm joking.
Not really. Not when it comes to that kind of stuff. Because that I could just.
I know. I'm kidding.
But Nintendo is the strongest one coming out of this.
And even they're kind of terrible.
And even they've got some issues.
Oh God, we could have spoken about the partner showcase, but Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. There's so much has happened this week, but none of it is good. Like, good as in the old good, the excitement. I miss being excited for games, and I'm kind of with Pete on this. I feel no excitement thinking about Summer Games Fest. I feel no excitement thinking about the Video Game Awards. I was so excited in 2018. That was just like. Awesome. Even when Red Dead lost. I still just was excited. Just excitement is just gone. It's just not here. And then on top of it, who can afford to buy a console? I am buying a Steam Deck this week. I'm not buying any other consoles for years. What?
I think I need to move on to the next story.
Okay.
Carry on. We're going to move on to that story in a minute.
Well, it's just me raging at the lack of excitement, the lack of games, the more stuff that I will be raging about here in a bit. Because, it is well established, and this is not a segue. I'm going to toss this back to Pete. But it's well established. I was, for years on this show, I was the Xbox fangirl. I was the Geoff Keighley defender. And it's just like, I have no gaming identity. I just know I'm just gonna play old games because I just play them for fun. That's what I like.